Good afternoon, everyone. Uh, I'm going to talk more about the technology challenges that are basically faced while uh, e-enabling a school from the perspective of an IT enabler, and that is exactly what we do. So, like it was rightly said, that it's not only you know, the interactive boards and the new software and 3D and multimedia that only accounts for, you know, giving out good education or interactive education to the students. But there's a lot behind that that needs to happen in certain areas or simultaneously. So that key to, you know, talk with the teachers, to their peers. And when we talk about this, we obviously also looking at other stakeholders like lecturers and administrators who depend on the technology basically to deliver the content rich and interactive. They need access to personalized information. And the most important part, they need access to this content 24/7. On the other hand, when we look at the teachers or the lecturers, they need to support their students. They need to manage the lectures, the schedule. They need to publish it onto the calendar. They need to collaborate with their peers, the teachers. They need to reduce the administration time and access rich curricular content and share their views and best practices onto the centralized portals. Whereas the schools, the administrators, basically they need to manage the students as well as the course details. They need to access the performance. They need to improve the productivity based on the feedbacks and everything that is received from there. They need to further the development schools. How do we enrich learning by putting in interactive boards and 3D content and multimedia content, interactive content? How do we keep the students engaged so that they are not bored anymore? But we, as IT enablers, have always observed a couple of challenges while talking to different schools. And some of these are what I'm going to take up today. One is the infrastructure. There are a couple of old school buildings which need an extensive overhauling as far as the basic infrastructure services are concerned, like proper electrical wiring, heating and cooling and ventilation systems, and security, etc. Security in terms of both the infrastructure as well as the IT infrastructure, so that students, when go onto the internet, do not surf websites which they are not allowed to. Basic requirements in availability of electricity and telephony. Always on internet connection is something that is very hard to find in remote areas. Another challenge that we normally see is technology. Technology is meaningless if access to that technology is given for just 5 minutes a week, or the ratio of the number of computers to the number of students is, you know, not great. I mean, so they take turns, and those turns are usually week after week. So schools are also faced with limited budgets, and they have to make use of those budgets to purchase the right kind of equipment so that the investment is in the right area. Plus, if we look at certain surveys, we see that low-income homes and ethnic minorities basically don't have access to high-speed internet at homes, or they don't have computers or laptops at home. So when we are talking about 24/7 availability of the course material and interactive learning, this is again a technology challenge that we are seeing. Moreover, we need to get the teachers involved at every aspect. Like placing the technology into the classroom is not going to help. No, we need to get the teachers engaged into this. They need to be trained. They need to be made aware how to handle common situations while, you know, while teaching. If the software crashes or if there's a hardware error or some problem, normally we have seen that they tend to get discouraged. But with proper training, that could be taken care of. Another important aspect that we have seen normally is the on-site availability of technical support. You know, when we are talking about getting all these gizmos and everything inside a classroom, we are also looking at providing adequate technical support to ensure that these systems are available 24/7 and they function smoothly. Obviously, it's the kids that are going to use these things. It's the students that they are going to use, and there are going to be issues. So, on-site technical support is something that is a technology challenge that we have seen. Not many schools or colleges are able to afford that. So basically, as an ICT provider, five-finger rule is something that I would like to share. That not only technology should be brought inside, but the ICT providers should get engaged at a very early stage with the schools. Try to see what the current infrastructure is. Try to see how that infrastructure can be properly utilized with minimized cost. Provide training to the school staff on how to handle the hardware and the software. Provide demonstrations on how to get or incorporate the technology into learning for teachers. Provide on-demand help and perform regular proactive low-level maintenance that is required on site so that there are less breakdowns. Yeah. So that was our
what timing?
Thanks.